here for it.
Stay woke.
I'm here for it. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got to say about it.
Ladies and gentlemen, for all the good things that Tim said, just real quick before we end this segment, go on to our next one. Tim, is the planet round?
Huh? Fuck no, shit, flat as fuck. Telling you, bro. After the Atlantic, boom. That's it, baby. That's it.
But you know, there's another country on the other side of the Atlantic, right?
On the other side, bro. You walk to the other side.
I think you meant to say.
Is water wet?
Water is wet as shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think water is wet.
Give me the camera. Hold on, because you done started some shit. With this flat Earth shit. You started some shit with this flat Earth shit. So,
flat Earth.
you said the Earth is flat, right?
It's like 2 minutes.
So is it like a disc around? How do you get from one country to the next if the bitch comes to an end?
So what I believe is that the universe.
Negative. No universe. Let's talk about the Earth. Let's start.
That's where I'm going with this. That's where I'm going with this. We have this thing called a multiverse where there's multiple universes, and I feel like God just pretty much has us like stored in a goddamn computer. So basically, we are a floppy disk because that would be the easiest way to store it.
Alright.
So our whole universe is flat.
Never mind.
There you go.
Forget I asked. What's going on?
All right. Just real quick. Any flat earthers out there?
Kyrie Irving. Shout
I
out
have
to
a
Kyrie
question.
Irving.
Every single planet
B.O.B.
that we can see from Earth is round and spherical. Every last fucking one of them.
That's blown up.
So out of all of these billions of planets we can see,
The fucking moon.
we're the one flat one. We're the
all those
special
pictures are
snowflake in the
moon
blizzard.
is edited.
all those pictures, yes, because
Was it projected?
you can't take
Was
an
it
actual
projected in the
picture
sky?
of a whole. You can't take a whole picture of a whole planet.
Hold on. No.
Fuck your son,
The
look
the pictures
sun.
that are fucking edited are the pictures of.
Chakras.
Is it recording?
Explain to me how the moon is not round. What is the circle you use, sir?
I believe everything is flat.
Your face is flat.
Or flat. I'm not Asian, but yes, that is true.
All right, no. All right, no. Wait. I'm about to bust his bubble right now. Wide the fuck open. Let's go. Everything's flat, right?
Everything.
So how about that ass he was trying to tap on that bitch the other night? Was it flat? Oh, yeah, you flat. Like you a goddamn lie. Shut the fuck up and stay in your lane. Pancake ass like a flat.
Just like Mama used to make.
Didn't think your dick was flat, did you?
Can we?
All of a sudden, no. We went from 2 dimensions and 3 dimensions. Y'all exist in 3 dimensions when it's convenient for you. But then when motherfuckers try to lay the knowledge down, it's like, what? Like I'm just saying, like flat Earth for real, dog. That's what you going on. Like, so what's on the bottom of this flat Earth? Are people on the other side of it standing up, looking down at us? Can we drill through the Earth? Like, help me out. How flat is it? Is it like a square flat? Like, so there's more Earth below us? Like, is the moon a circle, flat pancake? Is that what that is?
I think you're thinking way too far into it.
No, I'm not thinking too far into it. In conjunction, if you talk about one planet,
Far enough.
why is only one planet in the whole solar system flat? That's the only one that could.
Okay, so why you go up in a plane and when you look down, the land is flat?
Bro, you look down.
You can look. The Earth is fucking huge.
You see the curvature?
Yes.
You see the curvature?
Yes.
Show me a goddamn curvature then.
Have you rode a plane before?
There's a bird.
I have
Not
not.
on a plane.
Oh,
Shut the
you need to
fuck
ride
up.
on a
Kyrie
plane.
Irving has.
I will send you a
Kyrie
goddamn
Irving
picture.
has.
I will send you a picture of the ocean when I'm on this plane.
Kyrie Irving, I would love to have you on the show. You on the.
Well, we could make him look stupid too.
Kyrie, I
Give a
was
fuck.
disappointed in you, man. I figured your shit was
Man.
just like some narcissistic. Like I figured you had like
head's
some
hurting.
whole like conspiracy theory behind you believing this shit. Like, but I'm disappointed in you, dog. The genius you put on the court, bring that shit out of the fucking basketball court, cuz. Flat Earth, get the fuck out of here, man. The ball in your hand is round. And you think you, Nick, bro? I cannot believe you, bro.
He can only use a freeze beat now.
Y'all motherfuckers existing in 2 dimensions and 3 dimensions. Like, y'all motherfuckers, what
Just
about
2.
time? Does time exist? Is that in the 4th
No,
dimension?
time is an illusion. That's fact.
Time is an illusion.
Time is an illusion that you have been conditioned to believe your whole life.
No. Time isn't. The measurement of time is.
Measurement of time is bullshit.
Measurement of time is a man-made construct. I'll give you that. But time does pass. We can see that. You're not a tiny baby anymore.
No.
That's
No. Time has all happened in one instance. This is the past, this is the present, this is the future, right now.
There is no such thing as the present because it's so finite.
Like all of the rest of
If
time.
that's the truth, then walk your ass back to the past and prove me wrong.
Okay. All right. So there's a few things. All right. Okay.
You can see him balding though. as he's thinking.
Oh man.
If you stare very hard, you can see a season.
Okay. All right. So a few things. Okay. The flat Earth thing. Okay. So the generally accepted idea of a flat Earth is the Earth is disc shaped, right? And the sun doesn't revolve around us. We don't revolve around the sun. The sun is actually a lot smaller than we think it is. And it's a small orb of light that, say this is the planet, it rotates above the top of this flat Earth like this and only produces light localized, which makes no sense. But for what I'm about to say, doesn't matter. Okay, I'm gonna give you this. It's a small little orb of light that projects limited light in just this one spot and moves around, and that's how we get light.
Yeah.
Now, if it's moving around the outside of this circle, any shadows cast should point towards the middle of the circle. And by the definition of the Flat Earth Society, that means all shadows ever cast in life by the sun should always point north, because the light is always coming from the south. But that's not how it works at all. Ever. No. I don't fucking understand it.
When the shadow is right below you, explain that.
And plus, another thing, the way gravity works, Neil deGrasse Tyson, shout out to you, dude.
Yes!
Okay. The way gravity works.
Tyson, I want you on the podcast.
Yeah, dude, if he can
He's
come
my
through that
hero.
shit, I'd jizz myself. Anyway,
Black man, real quick. My man.
all right, just let me finish my thing.
Bill Nye the Science Guy too. I fucks with you. Let's go.
All right, so the disc thing, the way gravity will work in a disc that big is the further south you got, off their thing, south is out. The further south you got, you'd start to stand at an angle because there's more mass to the object towards the center. So you could actually get to the edge of the planet and stand on the edge of it. So the people like sitting on Antarctica would be at an angle sitting there instead of standing upright.
But if everything's at that angle, do you notice you're at an angle?
What?
Somebody buy this.
All right, so what I'm saying is, once you reach a certain angle, you would actually start to slide across the ground. You wouldn't just be in the ground anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it's enough to hold you upright, it's enough to pull your ass across. Hey, but that's a whole other thing. There's when it comes to the flat earth thing, there's so many goddamn holes in it. Just like, even if I, like earlier with the sun thing, if I grant you certain concessions to your idea is self-defeating in and of itself. It makes no goddamn sense.
You are fucking yourself. I was in Lithuania for a month. Okay, so can you explain to me how a rotating sun can only give you 4 hours of light during the summer? Or no, give you 4 hours of darkness during the summer, but during the winter, it gives you fucking 4 hours of daytime? How does that fucking work? Why does the changing of the seasons affect the amount of light that a certain country gets? How does that happen? Explain it to me now.
Explain season change.
Let's go to global warming. Let's fuck all this shit up.
Okay, so y'all probably feel smart, real smart with y'all's little examples
Use logic and
and
shit.
Yeah, you know, like,
using logic.
No, I'm not.
Me, I just question everything that's fed to me by society.
It's okay.
And when anything comes up that argues that point, 99% of the time I stand on that point. And that's pretty much my argument for everything.
Alright, so
Nick,
what you should
Nick,
do?
Nick, this is as your friend. I'm just telling you as your friend. Like, quit smoking weed for like 3 weeks, man. Just like clear out your head a little bit.
That's exactly what the man would tell me.
Look. I'm gonna just tell you straight up, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, first of all, you shouldn't believe everything you're told. I understand that concept. That's a great concept to
you
live
believe the
by.
time.
But you should also take the time to research and think about each topic before you just go throwing out somebody else's conspiracy theory. Like, real talk. Like, hey, you may not believe the earth is round, but for you to jump straight on the flat earth bandwagon because they said, hey, you don't believe this shit. Everybody believes the earth is round, but it's not. Like, you got to come and make your own thought processes. You know what I'm saying? Perform your own experiments. At least half of the people that believe the earth is flat are dead set determined to prove it. They just believe that the government is lying to them about sending shit up into space and looking down. They said, hey, you know what? I'm gonna go with flat earth. Y'all motherfuckers ain't figured. They figured this shit out way back when. Like, people way smarter than you. Way smarter than you.
Did they?
Hands down.
All right. A cool thing is, ancient Rome, I forget who it was. So,
Galileo?
but no, Galileo was
Galileo
like
and Galileo.
Middle Ages. Anyway, ancient Rome. We're talking about like Plato era, like BC.
Socrates.
There's some, I forget who it was. It might have been Pythagoras. Don't quote me though. He actually was able to determine the circumference of the Earth, meaning the circular distance of the Earth.
Yeah, that was
That far ago, using shadows and just measuring. All he did was he created a tower and measured the shadow of the tower. And I'm not a mathematician, but he used that in such a way that he was able to calculate the circumference of the Earth. All right, now this is still back in the time where, not in ancient Rome, but in most other places, if you try to say that the Earth was round and not flat, you got burned at the stake, or you got murdered, and your family was disowned by the church and all this shit.
So you
that's one of the biggest problems I have with the whole theory. Is this is a discussion that we've been having as a species for like 3,000 years, and thousands upon tens of thousands of people have already died over this discussion, and we as a species came to a consensus on it, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, somebody that wants to feel like superior to other people by knowing something that everybody else doesn't know, questions all this progress. It baffles me. You know what I mean? It's like the shit was called the Dark Ages for a fucking reason. People weren't thinking anymore.
The Dark Ages.
But
I would hate to see, you know what I'm saying, us start to regress back into, you know what I'm saying, hey man, I'm better than you, so you should definitely put these chains back on and get back out there and pick that cotton. Right. I feel like let's not go backwards, y'all. Let's go forward into the future, because that's the only way it's gonna be better, is if we focus on ourselves, build upon each other. The Earth is not fucking flat, fool. Like, just the atmosphere, does it just exist in a box? Is that what that is? So if I keep going up, can I breathe in space? I thought we figured that was wrong. There are people that have been skydiving from space that have had to wear oxygen masks because guess what? Atmosphere comes to an end.
Damn.
Like,
but they like land.
They
Flat
land.
land.
They land, but here's some shit for you. They skydive, come down straight, but when they jump from that plane, they don't land on the same place on Earth where they jumped at. When they go straight down, they land on a different part.
You know why? Because the Earth is fucking spinning, son. Let me get that camera. All right, so we'll get back to Bird and Tiny Tim later in a segment we call Pod Roast. But until that time,